A lot of you have probably heard about the lawsuit against Experian for not investigating disputes that were sent in by consumers or lawyers or credit repair company. And you would have to say, my thought process, maybe yours is the same. I don't want to tell you what to think, but you have to wonder, what is the meaning? What is the purpose? What is the motive behind not doing real investigations from consumer dispute? Like, what is the reasoning behind not actually doing it when Experian is going to get paid regardless from their members, which are the businesses, the debt collection companies, any landlord or anyone who wants to look at the credit report of an individual to see, how they've been making payments or what their credit score is. They're going to get paid from multiple parties, on multiple ends. And then they get paid, from anyone who wants to check their credit reports regardless of what company you choose to use. Experian is going to always get a cut of that. All of the bureaus are going to get a cut of that, regardless if you're using a third party to access your credit reports, because they are the data provider. So with them being able to make money in all of these different directions, from all the sides, even from the consumer side, what would be the main motive to not do investigations when individuals requested information to be investigated through the legal dispute process that we all have with the credit reporting agency? So what I'm going to do is I want to show you this here. I'm going to minimize myself here. Washington, D.C. today. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau sued Experian, the nationwide consumer credit agency, for unlawfully failing to properly investigate consumer disputes. The CFPB alleges that Experian does not take sufficient steps to intake, process, investigate, and notify consumers about consumer disputes, resulting in the inclusion of inaccurate information on credit reports. Inaccurate or false information on credit reports can threaten consumers' access to credit, employment, and housing. When consumers disputed errors on their credit reports, Experian conducted sham investigations rather than properly reviewing the disputes as required by federal law, said CFPB Director Chopra, who is no longer the director. Credit reporting errors can have serious consequences for families' finances, and it is crucial that credit reporting giants follow the law. Experian based in Costa Mesa, California, is one of the nation's 3 largest credit reporting conglomerates. Experian is a subsidiary of Experian PLC on the stock exchange EXPN, a global data broker and analytics company headquartered in Ireland. Experian maintains information on most families in America. Experian markets, advertises, sells, offers, and provides credit scores, credit reports, credit monitoring, and other related products to consumers and third parties. Information in consumer reports is provided to Experian by data furnishers, including banks, credit card companies, debt collectors. The Consumer Reporting Agency sells its consumer reports to creditors and businesses who are evaluating whether to offer a consumer various products, services, or opportunities such as a loan, employment, or housing. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, requires that consumer reporting agencies take steps to ensure consumer reports are accurate and to conduct investigations of information disputed by consumers. This is a key word here. Investigations of information disputed by consumers. It doesn't say if we believe that your investigation is frivolous. It doesn't say anything about, well, we just don't want to investigate. It says that, and this is key, because a lot of people will quit when they get those forget it, 504 letters or 502 letters where they're just trying to say that you don't have a right to dispute your information on your credit reports. There is no such thing. They are producing that letter just to get people to not want to work on their credit. And really, these are not my words. This is really solid proof that this is happening, and it doesn't make sense. As I stated earlier, they're making money from all directions. So what would be the motive of them not wanting to do true investigations on individuals' credit reports as stated by this lawsuit by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau? The FCRA provides multiple ways to dispute inaccurate information on their consumer reports, including by contacting consumer reporting agencies directly. Contacting consumer reporting agencies directly. The FCRA also requires that consumer reporting agencies follow certain procedures before reinserting into consumer reports information that has previously been removed as a result of a dispute, which that problem can come up if it wasn't disputed properly the first time. And again, they have to do the investigation also. The CFPB alleges that Experian has violated the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, requirements for handling consumer disputes in numerous ways. Specifically, the CFPB alleges that Experian is harming consumers by conducting sham investigations that fall into properly addressed consumer dispute. The next one here, improperly reinserting inaccurate information on consumer reports. So I'm going to read it a little bit more in here. When handling disputes, Experian uses faulty intake procedures and does not accurately convey all relevant information about the dispute to the original furnisher. Experian routinely and uncritically accepts the original furnisher's response to the disputed information, even when that response was improperly or illogically on its face, or when Experian has other information available that suggests the furnisher is unreliable. At the conclusion of the investigation, Experian sends consumers notices that fail to inform them of the investigation results and instead provides information that is confusing, ambiguous, incorrect, or intentionally inconsistent. Improperly reinserting inaccurate information on consumer credit reports, Experian has failed to implement basic matching tools to prevent or greatly reduce the likelihood of reinsertion by a furnisher of a previously deleted trade line. Instead, Experian improperly reinserts inaccurate information into consumer credit reports because it fails to match newly reported information with records of previously deleted information. Consumers who have disputed the accuracy of an account and through that their consumer reports had been corrected, instead see the same inaccurate information reappear on their consumer report without explanation under the name of a new furnisher. In addition to alleging violations of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, requirements, the CFPB alleges that Experian faulty dispute intake procedures and failure to provide furnishers with consumer submitted documentation, uncritical deference to furnishers' responses to disputed information, and failure to prevent improper trade line reinsertion also violated the Consumer Financial Protection Act prohibition on unfair acts or practices. So what do we learn here is that number one, without this lawsuit, it will take work to repair your credit, because it seems like there are forces on the other side that have different motives on not doing the work that is required of them, being one of the major data furnishers in the United States, that for some reason they do not feel that they have to do these investigations properly. And then even if they do delete the information, they allow that information to be reinserted in a number of different ways. So if you need help with your credit, visit thecreditrepairshop.com, watch the video What Makes It Different, so you can see my 8-point validation process, my two-phase settlement process. My 8-point validation process tackles exactly what's going on right here. We've been helping people since 2006, and I believe that the reason why we have this longevity, getting ready to go on 20 years, is that the process that we utilize, it takes work. It takes work, but the process that we utilize has actually always tackled exactly what they're doing right here, what they're reported of doing. And yes, we've had to speak with our clients and tell them when they get those letters from them you're going to have to disregard it and stay strong, and we're going to continue doing the work for you. But this here gives validation to what we were telling our clients, because you see it right here. They were not doing the investigations. So if you need help with your credit, go to thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch my video, What Makes Us Different, because that's going to show you the way that we repair credit. If you don't want to allow us to repair it that way, you can choose another company, being 100% transparent and upfront with you with that. If you need your credit reports and scores, because that's where everything starts, go to the website, www.your3scores.com, to grab your TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian credit reports and all 3 scores. If you have debt collectors coming after you, grab my 3-pack of letters. Link is below this video. Statute of limitations, debt validation, cease and desist collection activities letter. Thank you for your time. Subscribe to the channel. Post your questions and comments. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and Founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.